Good morning. Happy Saturday. For a while there on Saturdays I was doing little field trips around the farm, and so I thought today I would do a field trip to one of the gardens here at First Cumberland in Chattanooga. We are so blessed to have several gardens surrounding our church. Our Property and Grounds Committee and a bunch of volunteers do such a great job of tending them and caring for them and making them available for people to use. And so I wanted to do that today, be here today for a particular reason. I saw an article last week that said that COVID-19 does particularly poorly in heat and humidity, and we in the South have complained so much over the years about the humidity, and even said it's not the heat, it's the humidity. It turns out that viruses are extremely susceptible to heat and humidity, particularly on surfaces, and so being outside in the South in the summertime is a really good thing to help to keep the virus from spreading. I say that also to remind us, if I were to ask you, when is a time you felt particularly close to God, there's probably a pretty good chance that you're going to say, I was outside. I was in some place that was beautiful, in the mountains or at the beach or in a garden or whatever, and I felt close to God. There's just something special about being in God's creation, whether it's a garden where people have tended it and cultivated it, or whether it's out in literal nature where it's a little wilder but still part of God's creation. Jesus knew that, and we know that Jesus frequently retreated into the wilderness or up onto mountains or sometimes out in boats. Several times he meets people, particularly disciples, as he is walking down the beach. Jesus knew what it was to withdraw to a special outdoor place in order to find God's presence and to find God's way. And of course, one of those dramatic ways was in the Garden of Gethsemane on Maundy Thursday, as he is trying to make the decision, do I go through with this? Do I follow up on God's will and allow myself to be killed for the good of all of my people? And of course, it was there in the Garden of Gethsemane that he said, not my will, but your will be done. And so on this Saturday, I want to encourage you not to stay glued in front of your screen watching me or anybody else, but get outside, even if it's just for a moment or two, and find a way to experience God. And that may be on a walk, it may be in a garden that is near your house or a garden that you have created. It may be one of the weird ways that I sometimes experience God is when I'm swimming. I love going underwater, and there's something about being completely immersed underwater that just kind of brings me into God's presence in a weird kind of way. So maybe go to the swimming pool and do that. But find a way to be outside today and to experience God's presence and God's call, and that will be more than worthy of a devotional. And I can guarantee you that you have the potential of that happening because God is with us. Amen.